Hello, my name is Creator, and today I'm going to be talking about Chainsaw Man Chapter 206 titled Chest Woman Apology. Now, this video, we have a lot to talk about, both in the chapter, and of course, I need to rant about Chainsaw Man fans as usual, but let's just get right into it. It starts off with Denji looking at Falling, saying, "You, it's been a while," and he just looks at her breast and say, "Chest woman." And then Yoru tells him that it's the Falling Devil. She's a devil, you fool. And first of all, I don't think she actually has like big breasts. I think that's like she's like arms inside of her chest cavity. She's made of a bunch of different arms. Remember? Like anyway, point number two. I was seeing people saying, "Oh, Denji doesn't recognize Falling," and like Denji was. I don't think Denji was ever like told that she's the Falling Devil. I think only Yoru knew, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. So after he knows she's Falling pretty much says that Denji is allowed to help Yoru because Falling doesn't really want to fight Denji. She just wants to cause terror amongst everyone, and we have a cool double spread where we see all the buildings being lifted up and being thrown at people. This obviously makes Denji lunge at Falling because he can't allow that, but Yoru tries to prevent him, saying, "No, don't do it." Now, obviously, Denji can't beat Falling, so she does her main ability, which is traumatizing him. And we have a cool transition where Denji's just immediately taken out of his Chainsaw Man form, turned back into a human. We have a nice little panel where Denji's like shot. It's kind of goofy, and we don't really get that much of Denji, but I like it. And then we have a very important statement from Falling saying, "You haven't changed at all since last time we met, and your chainsaws can't frighten me." So she's directly referencing how Denji, I guess, hasn't matured and grown since the last trauma fit she put him through. Then we have a crazy visual of the dude, Fake Saw Man, coming out of her mouth saying that, and he says, "You should know how it feels to lose a loved one, but you did it anyway," meaning taking his brother from him. He gets set on fire by presumably the Fire Devil, but it's just like I guess, hallucination. And we cut back to Denji as a child saying, "I'm sorry." This is how you know that Denji is getting peak mentally tortured when he becomes a child and is basically shocked/crying. And people, okay, I'm not going to rant right now, but I will rant about this in the future in the video. Continuing, you see Denji as a child saying, "I'm sorry." We cut back to Yoru and Asa, with Yoru taking over, and Asa's about to bang to get him out. Yoru is worried, saying we'll be blown away too, but Asa just completely ignores her. It says bang. And we have another really good panel that I like of both of their faces doing pretty much the same emotion. So Asa gets up, runs to the top of a building, and she jumps to grab Denji as he's falling in the sky. Denji is yelling, I'm sorry," to the Fake Saw Man and crying, while Asa holds on. And this is obviously a direct parallel to, I don't remember what chapter this was, but this was chapter Save the Asa. And that was the chapter. It was pretty good, but let's get into the topics. So obviously, I assume, and a lot of people are assuming, it's probably 100% wrong, but chapter 207 most likely will be titled Save the Denji, where pretty much Asa does what Denji did in trying to help him through his mental trauma and blah, 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 which I am excited for. I am excited to see that because it really does need to be addressed, and I want to see how Asa does it. But moving on to the first topic I want to talk about is a lot of people say Denji doesn't care about his mistakes. He just does stuff and move on, blah, blah, blah. But I would say this is a prime example of Denji. I think people don't understand Denji isn't an introspective person. Literally in the anime and in the very start of Chainsaw Man Part 1, he asks himself how would he feel if Makima, Power, and Aki died after Aki loses Himeno. And he pretty much just says, "Well, I'll feel sad for a few days, but I'll get over it, and I don't really think about sad stuff." And that's pretty much been true through the entire series. So when people say he doesn't care, he clearly does care. even though he didn't know what to say in the moment to the Fire Devil last chapter, you can see this chapter, a child, his inner child, pretty much just saying, "I'm sorry" to the fake saw man when the fake saw man is accusing him. And then we cut back to his normal form and he's screaming, "I'm sorry" to him, falling upwards. So he's obviously like, Denji pretty much just buries all of his trauma because obviously he has no way to address it, which makes sense. Like he's literally, we've seen him where he came from. So that's just like a bad mentality. It's a bad mentality to have. But from fans that I see online, fans quote unquote, and also another rant I want to have is the same. I don't know if we're getting rage baited. It's probably, I mean, I read about it a lot. I've ranted about this before and I still do it because it's annoying. And this is my YouTube channel, so I'm going to rant about whatever I want. Not a lot of people, but I still see some people, you know, in the sea of, you know, all the other discussion saying, "Oh, nothing happened this week, oh, blah, 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 blah." And it's like, bro, I had a tweet blow up recently. That pretty much said Chainsaw Man fans, when they realized they had to let the story develop over time. And like, I really don't understand the concept of people complaining about, "Oh, nothing's happening in this chapter, blah, 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 blah." Like, because it implies that pretty much everyone just sat around in the chapter doing literally nothing. When we had like a literal, in this chapter alone, we had like the falling devil sending him up or into his emotions, like everyone assumed would happen. Child Denji confronting what he did recently to the fake saw man, and Asa pretty much saving, quote unquote, or will be saving Denji next chapter. It's just a dumb complaint. I hate that. It's like one of the worst complaints about Chainsaw Man. It's annoying. It's definitely annoying. It's definitely top tier rage bait that I usually ignore, but I don't know. I feel like ranting today, so I'm gonna rant about it. But I say this to say, niggas need to let Fujimoto cook. Like, people always complain about, "Oh, he's not doing this, blah, 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 blah." And then we get a chapter like the Death Devil reveal, and everyone's like, "Oh, I didn't expect that. Oh." Like, bro, if you stop complaining and let him cook, then we gonna have peak. Like, I understand people complain about, "Oh, the chapters are too short, blah, blah, blah," or, "Oh, I want more to happen per chapter." But like, bro, it's been like this for like 2 years. Like, if you're still reading Chainsaw Man and you're complaining about the pace being slower 2 years deep, I like this panel. We're 2 years deep and you're still complaining about the slow pace. Like, do you have a brain tumor? Are you a fucking idiot? Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you have like a missing frontal lobe? Like, how are you still complaining about it being slow? Like at this point, Fujimoto, like I said it a million times before, and other people have also said it, that Fujimoto is not writing a weekly series, he's writing a volume. So obviously things are going to be slower, obviously. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's not for everyone, which is understandable. But like, how many, like, my thing is just like, how many times can you complain about something? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could just, like, people should, like, if you really, I think, like I said it before, but I think that people really complain or think the slowness is a big issue. Just stop reading. Just stop reading Chainsaw Man for like 10 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like 10 weeks, a few months, they come back and binge read it. Because the story is going faster than people think. We're all reading it in real time. So weekly or with the break weeks, it feels slow. But for example, like the Chainsaw Man arc, that's like the longest arc in Chainsaw Man, the church arc. And people say it's the slowest arc because of all the breaks during that time. But it's like a 20-minute read, bro. Like, seriously, it's like 20 something chapters. It's a 20-minute read. But you hopefully you get my point. Like, people, I'm just annoyed about the complaint. Not annoyed, but like, you know what I mean. The complaining is annoying. Like, we're too, like, at this point, We're 2 years in, almost 3 years, honestly, and we're still complaining about the same things over and over. Like, goddamn, nigga. Like, Jesus Christ. And this is not directed towards anyone specifically, but I'm talking in general from like what I've seen on Twitter and blah, 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 and all that stuff. But I mean, yeah, pretty good chapter, I would say, this week. We have a break week, unfortunately, but I am excited to see Denji and Asa talk about saving Denji, which I also hope he, I really hope he names in the next chapter, Save the Denji, to obviously directly parallel Save the Asa from many, 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 many chapters ago. But yeah, see you all fairly soon. I think I have 2 more videos I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a video about Drama Queen and review the entire first arc, because I think I don't think people have given it a very good unbiased review on YouTube or anywhere, or Twitter, and it's been interesting. So I want to review it, and also I'm going to do a video on how long of Chainsaw Man we have left, because people keep saying this is the final arc or it's ending soon. I just don't. Obviously, I could be wrong. Everyone's wrong. People that always act like, oh, I know what's going to happen next, blah, 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 they're usually always wrong. So I just want to make a assumption video that will probably be wrong about how long I think we have left. Spoiler alert, I think we have 3 arcs left, which is this one, another one, and a third one. Then we end it. That's just what I think. And we go into 2026 with this. But anyway, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you soon. So, bye.